There is not a set definition for mental well-being, but generally it is used to talk about how we feel and cope with everyday life. Mental well-being is not the same as mental health, but they do impact each other. Similar to your physical well-being, your mental well-being has a big influence on your way of life. The NHS 5 Steps to Mental Wellbeing Guide states that you should connect with others. It then lists ways that you can do this, one of them being make the most of technology to stay in touch with your friends and family. However, it does go on to say that we shouldn't rely on technology or social media alone to build relationships. It's easy to get into the habit of only ever texting, messaging, and emailing people. Although sometimes it's easier to message people, we should not solely rely on technology to form and keep relationships. Having face-to-face connections are important for positive well-being. Social media seems to be at the forefront for a lot of people. It's easy to get caught up in it. People can share posts, making their lives seem glamorous and exciting, but we shouldn't always believe what we see, as it's not always the truth. It's common knowledge that people overuse social media, and in some cases, it seems like they're addicted to it. Studies show that extended use of smartphones are linked to increased levels of anxiety, depression, issues with sleeping, and an increased risk of car injury or death. This comes as no surprise. By going on social media, our brain registers this as a positive social stimulation, which releases dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical that is produced by our brain, which plays a role in motivating behaviour. Dopamine is the chemical that's released when we have a bite of delicious food, when we exercise, and when we have successful social interactions. So it rewards us for beneficial behaviours and encourages us to repeat them. A Harvard study says, because most social media platforms are free, they rely on revenue from advertisers to make a profit. This system works for everyone involved at first glance, but it has created an arms race for your attention and time. Ultimately, the winners of this arms race will be those who best use their product to exploit the features of the brain's reward systems. When we set boundaries for time spent on our phones and social media, we should be keeping this in mind. Using social media releases dopamine, and algorithms are created to exploit this to make you spend as much time on your phone as possible. Is this the best way to spend our time when social media has been linked to an increase of anxiety and depression?
Now, we're not saying you have to throw your phone away, but maybe we could all use some more time outside and with our friends and family.